If you're watching this video and you are battling a certain fear, everyone on the plan is a little bit different. There is a big link to kidney energy and fear and worry. So if you suffer with some kidney issues, it wouldn't be a surprise for us if you are fairly within yourself with your body language. If you have massive fears that probably hold you back and you have massive worries. Now, the first thing is the physical side of things that we need you to start understanding. So it would start your kidney line. So I would talk a lot about meridian lines. I'm slowly but surely pushing more into that side of my treatments. I am a kinesiologist, but we do refer to certain kinesiologists and certain other therapists around the country, and they would be even in more detail with those meridian lines. But the kidney meridian line would run from your big toe, along the medial side of our Achilles and up through the calf. And it would, for a lot of people playing sport, they would see the calf cramping, especially in and around the belly of the muscle, and no matter how many times you get that rubbed out, it's constantly coming back. Same with the medial Achilles issues. And then we obviously have the sartorius muscle running in the medial side of the leg, all the way from the ASIS, and that is also just areas where we get hip flexor issues and groin issues and pubic bone issues. And we have high levels of cortisol in our body. Our breathing is hijacked. Then you would also see the people who try to do lots of breath work and they would pierce their lips, so they would push their lips together, and that's the first sign of an upregulated system. So when they take that breath in and they go, they blow that breath, it's constantly upregulating their system. That upregulated nervous system is fine when we're training, because it provides our base. But when we're going around our day-to-day life, we do not want that. We want to downregulate our system because we're constantly worrying, we're constantly thinking, we're living in our mind, and we want to get away from that. So alongside the physical side, we also have the chemical side, which is the cortisol and so on. With that, we need to timeline, when did this fear start? Whether it's a fear from the gym, whether it's a fear from doing a certain task, or it's a worry that you have in your life about money, about certain situations. I need you to draw up on a piece of paper, whether it be from childhood to your current age, whether you're 22 or 42 or 62, it doesn't even matter. I need you to timeline it and really, really think, did something happen at work? Did you get a hiding? Did something happen where your boss really went in on you over making a mistake? Was it a parent? Was it a friend? Was it a brother? Did you have a loss of a family member? All these different things can trigger that worry in us, trigger that fear in us. So when you get a fright, all the flexors of the body in the front of our body contract. And these flexors have much more fast twitch fibers, and therefore we hold this startle reflex. So if I jumped out from behind the door and I gave you a fright, straight away you would contract those muscles. And when we're doing our hands-on treatments, that's exactly what we try to clear out. And alongside that, with our rehab programs and with our sessions, then we try to open ourselves up again. But if we have poor breathing, if we don't tackle the chemical side, if we don't tackle the nutritional side, so maybe it's something in our nutrition is hurting our kidneys. Maybe it's something that happened alongside all of those things going on that are causing these kidney issues, that are causing this fear issue. But with a fear, once we recognize what actually happened, at what point in my life did I start being really, really fearful? Okay? Did I start worrying about unnecessary little things? Do I ever slow down my mind? Okay? Do I constantly let my mind run away from me? Okay? And it all comes back to our self-worth. So if it was a boss that gave out to you at one point in your life, and you started to go in on yourself since then, okay, a small part of your self-worth started to drop. Okay? You start to allow that boss to take control over the energy. Okay? If it's me and you in a room, someone's energy has to win. Okay? It's either going to be my energy or your energy controls the room. Okay? And if you let someone else control your energy, it doesn't take very much for them to annoy you or drive a bit of fear into you. Okay? Whereas if you put up that brace, okay, that shield, that imaginary shield in front of you, and you say, no, I genuinely can picture imaginary field in front of me when I go into a room full of poor energy, okay, because realistically, we go into a workplace, sometimes we go into hospitals or things to visit people that we need to visit, and the energy is really poor there. And if we don't protect our own energy, it won't take very much for someone to get you down or someone to rile you up, okay? But when I protect my energy, it's up to me whether I decide to let that energy in or not. I have videos up on self-worth, okay? So if you need to go and watch that, go back and go and watch that self-worth video, and it will be really, really helpful. To tackle the fear, affirmations daily are really, really important. So we need to start tuning into our language a little bit more. Okay, people who have fear driven into them or worry driven into them, they say, I can't do that, or I won't, or I could never do that. And that is a very powerful thing. Okay, language is a powerful thing that we forget about. Okay, years and years and years and years back, when cavemen and all these ancient times, when words were very rarely spoken, when language was almost a new thing to the world, they genuinely believed that when they speak, they're casting a spell out to the world. Okay, so when you cast a spell out to the world, that's where the word spelling comes from. So when you go to spell your name, okay, that's where that word spelling originates from. Okay, so your body will listen to the energy that you're putting out. Okay, so if I say I can't, then more than likely you can't do something because you're driving a fear into you. You're driving a process into your brain, and your brain will pick up on that all the time. Whereas if you waking up in the morning and you say, I am enough, I can do it, I will have a good day. Okay, even if you don't really believe it, you're casting that spell into your mind, and your brain is going to pick up on it. Okay, so first thing in the morning or the last thing before we go to bed at night, and you repeat certain affirmations. Okay, you can make up your own, or you could follow a few simple ones. Okay, whatever your fear is, I need you to start saying you can do it. Okay, say that you are enough, you can do it, you will have a good day. Okay, and say it 2 or 3 times, a couple of times a day, whether it be in your own head, whether you speak it to the world. I would prefer you if you spoke it out loud. Okay, find a little area if you're uncomfortable doing it in front of people, and go and speak those affirmations. And then, okay, instead of being a victim to your fear, okay, you need to retake control of that energy. Okay, so if that fear is ruling what you do on a day-to-day basis, you have to retake control of that. How do you do that? If it's a fear of going to the gym, okay, you have to set your intention, okay, saying, I will do this, okay, have that thought, put it on a piece of paper and say, I will go to the gym today, okay, and if you get as far as the car park, that's a win, okay, and then you're going to get as far as the door, and that's another win, okay, and then you're going to get inside the door, and you're going to walk in, and you're going to find a little area, you're going to do your first exercise, okay, and all of a sudden that's a massive win, okay? But you have to face that fear head on. And if you do not face that fear, okay, and you let that fear take over your energy, you will never, ever come out of that victim mentality. So it's all a mentality, it's a habit, okay? And I understand it's scary, and I understand for some people it may be cycling a bike. We've genuinely had people on the plan who have struggled to get back on a bike because they've had bike accidents and so on, okay? So having that fear faced head on is so important, and we're going to face that fear, okay? There's a reason why you joined this plan. There's a reason why I'm making these kind of videos for you. I don't make them for the sake of it. I try and put out as much good information as possible instead of spamming you with lots of poor information for the sake of it, and for the sake of putting lots of information out there but no actual quality. You will feel a massive release from your kidneys, okay, from that fear, that energy lifted off your shoulders when you go and you face something head on, okay? As hard as it is, we have to face these little obstacles in our life. We have to mimic that fear within our training, okay? We have to go to that place where we don't really go to, and some people it's like a fear of the dark. Why do we have this fear of the dark? Okay, we've all probably done it at some stage of our life where you flick off the lights and you run upstairs, or you run into the bed as fast as you can because you think someone's chasing you. But where is that fear actually starting from? Okay, and people don't ask themselves these questions enough. So where has your fear started from? I need you to timeline it. I need you to write it down. Whatever it is, if something happened, okay, we're going to write it down on a sheet of paper on its own, okay, and I want you to fold that sheet of paper away from you 3 times, okay? After you fold it away from you 3 times, okay, I want you to burn that piece of paper. I want you to burn it and get rid of it. And that is it, okay? If you can, burn it outside, okay, just so the energy is gone into the world, it's gone into the atmosphere, it's gone into the earth, okay? We're not holding it in our fireplace or so on. And then we're going to write down what you are going to do about it, okay? You're going to retake your control of that exact situation, that exact emotion that's taken over all your energy, and you're going to take control of your life again. So hope you've taken some value from this video, lads, and I will talk to you all soon.